Well. We're here again. Welcome back. Today's Friday, and today's subject's a little bit different. So first things first, we have to talk about probably one of, in my opinion, greatest studios to ever exist, Arkane Studios, right? Arkane Studios is a French video game developer that made probably one of my favorite 2010s games in Dishonored 2. They also worked on such games as Prey. It's just one of those studios that made, like, for whatever reason in the 2010s, they just could not miss, right? They could not miss. But this year's 2023, and guess what can happen? Good studios can miss. And this year, they missed big time. And by big time, I mean by a country mile. This game, it's called Redfalls. And if you guys are new to the gaming sphere, welcome. I don't know why you would choose my channel, but hopefully you stay and you enjoy this. Anyways, Redfall is perhaps one of the biggest failures of the year. And you want to say why? Why is Redfall one of the biggest failures of the year? And I have to say, it's because it was rushed. 100% it was rushed. On top of that, there was no clear direction. There was no clear idea as to what they wanted to do with this game. And you can read by the title right here. I don't understand why Game Rant is really surprised by this one, that Redfall's concurrent player count on Steam is now in the single digits. I'm gonna take a drink of my water real quick. It's in the single digits because it's a terrible, terrible game. I've seen, I think, Moist Critical. I love watching Moist Critical. I saw him play bits and parts of this game, and he was even shocked by it. Redfall, the squad-based vampire shooter, has experienced a significant drop in concurrent players on Steam, reaching as low as 3 players in the past month. The game's poor reception at launch, combined with negative reviews and declining player numbers, has disappointed fans and raised concerns about the game's future, which we'll talk about here in a minute. The lack of players and difficulty finding companions could result in a vicious cycle leading to the gradual death. I wouldn't say it's gradual. I think this game's pretty much, it was dead on arrival. It was DOA. Like, there is no way that you're going to probably be able to revive this, because the concept seems cool. A vampire-based, shooter with your friends, and, kind of like Left 4 Dead style. Okay, I can see that. Sounds pretty cool, but the thing of it is was it really? No, because there's so many glitches. There were so many, from what I've read before, way before this article, that they actually went back and restarted this game 3 different times. And mind you, on top of that, if you guys did not know, Arkane Studios is, I believe, acquired by Microsoft for $7.5 billion in March of 2021 as part of Xbox Game Studios. So Arkane Studios is owned by Microsoft now. The problem is I feel like the loss of direction with this game is not, it's just not there. It says, while updates have been released since launch and the Arkane has not given up on Redfall yet, the first impressions have certainly taken a toll on this game, even as Arkane Studios and publisher Bethesda, surprise. Now, don't get me wrong. I get a lot of flack for this because this is a hill I will die on. Bethesda games, some are good, some are bad. But for the most part, a lot of them are bug-filled, just meh. Now, don't get me wrong. One of the greatest games to ever be created, according to every smooth brain out there, is probably Skyrim. But people come at me, they're like, oh, well, it's been released for every platform. Well, yeah, it's been released for every platform because people keep going back and playing it. And now, mind you, I have a lot of time in Skyrim. I play it when I get bored. And looking for different like bugs and glitches and stuff like that. And I feel like Skyrim is just meh. I have yet to even beat the main storyline because I always get sidetracked. Anyways, let's get back to it. But it just doesn't surprise me that Bethesda published it. Arcane Studios was the developer, and there's all these bugs, glitches, and issues with this game. This week, the number of concurrent players in Redfall on Steam has dropped at 1 point to just 3 players. This doesn't appear to be an anomaly, as over the past month, the number of concurrent players has never exceeded double digits. Surprise, surprise. Like I said, we're getting there. This is a new low point should be worrying both Arcane and Bethesda. It has been noted that Redfall's world can be lonely when playing solo. So now this brings up another point, is with this game getting rushed out and the failure at launch of Fallout 76, I think it was, the one that was based in Philadelphia or Virginia, wherever the hell it was, the multiplayer one. The thing of it was Fallout 76 kind of came back. Now, mind you, I bought that game at launch. I did not have fun with that game. It was terrible. But from what I've heard, they've brought that game back, and it's much better. Now, mind you, I am not that big of a fan of MMORPGs. Yeah, it says co-op games like Redfall, Left 4 Dead, and The Division depends on passionate groups of players to create a community and ensure newcomers can get the most from the team-based mechanics. The current plight of Arcane Studios shows that the risk developers take when releasing such titles. It's not a risk if you actually make a good game. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but if you guys are just peddling dog shit out there, you're not going to get people out there that's going to build a community that's going to help support your game. Don't waste your money on shit like this. You know why? Let's look here. All right, let's take a look. All right, right now, this is Redfall reviews. Now, like I said, I love Dishonored. I think Dishonored is probably one of the greatest games that ever came out. But look at this. 2.8. This is Google review. Audience rating summary. Google review. 2.8. That's just slightly above average. Like, most of the time, if I think something's okay, I'll give it a 3. This isn't even at a 3. It's a 2.8. That's dog shit. I want you guys to look over here. Whoop! IGN gives this game a 4 out of 10. IGN has never, like, I swear to God, on like, IGN never gives games like below a 7. And you see this game's got a 4. You know it's bad. PC Gamer, 44%. PC Mag, 1.5. But yet, when you come over here, there's a whole article written by by Game Rant. I almost said PC Mag because we were just talking about it. But by Game Rant, talking about this game, how they're surprised that the concurrent players are single digits. All right, you guys, how about this? Let's come over here. Let's check the place that really matters. Let's hear what the people are saying. Oh my God, look, it's the same stuff. It's negative. I can't blow it up anymore. And it says right here, very, very first one, I kind of wanted to highlight this, all right? This guy spent an hour and a half in it. All right, I've been patient enough. After having waited for over 4 months for Arcane to work on this game, I'm seriously extremely disappointed. That's a weird way to put it. We have gotten 3 updates, 2 of which were hot fixes. 1 was a regular update. The first regular update was released 3 months ago. You're telling me that Arcane's like, yeah, we believe in this game. We're working on it. But the last update was 3 months ago. What does that tell you guys? That tells you this game is dead on arrival. This game does not have a pulse, and you're surprised it's single digits on Steam right now when you see that the very first guy says, this game had an update 3 months ago. Next one. This guy has an hour and like 15, 20 minutes into it. He goes, I got this game for free since it came with my gaming laptop. I still feel like I overpaid. You probably did, homie. I remember when, Arkham Knight came out. My buddy, I can't remember what graphics card he got, but he got a graphics card, and that graphics card came with 2 games. One was freaking The Witcher 3, which, like, he was excited for, and Batman Arkham Knight for the PC. And guess what happened? Batman Arkham Knight was dead on arrival because they ported the game from the console to the PC, where it was just so broken in the port that the graphics card company was like, my bad, bro. We'll give you a refund. They ended up giving him a different Steam key for a game that actually worked on the computer. I'm telling you right now, there's articles like that I feel that are paid for by Microsoft, by big companies, to try to bring attention to a game like, oh, we don't know why it failed. It failed because there's a lack of direction. It failed because there was a lack of passion. You get a game out there that is a passion project for somebody, guess what? It succeeds. Redfall is not that. Redfall was a failure. Just chalk it up as a failure and let it ride off into the sunset. There's my rant. Sometimes I gotta get these out when I see articles where they're like, we don't know why this game failed. Well, it's because you're peddling dog shit. Until next time, you guys, I'll catch you later.